So let me take this image. See, forget about this. Um, this is not necessary. This is also not necessary. So if you are using direct download, you can use this link. See, without any breaks, if you want to download it, you can use this. If you are using torrent file, so you want to download uh, in different sessions, you can go for this link. So you can use either of this link. So if you have a direct connection, so broadband connection, or if you have very good data package. So this is a 4.4 GB file, single file, ISO image. So if you want to download it partly, you can part by part, you can use this CentOS as a torrent link. Okay. Now, so minimum 8 GB hard disk space is required, 2 GB memory is required for optimal performance. Internet connection for downloading additional packages. Now let us see the installation. So before I do the installation, I will show you the steps here in the notes. So first you will download the ISO image, then you will create a virtual machine. You will attach the ISO image to the virtual machine and you will start your virtual machine. When you start it, you will get this image screen. And then it will show you this screen. This is for selecting the language you want to install, use the installation. Then you will get the screen with many options, like you can change the keyboard, language support. If you want additional language, you can use this. Date and time, you can change that to India location. Installation source is your CD drive itself. There is no change. Software selection. Do you want to have graphical user interface or not? You can select all those options here. Installation destination, you will do the partitioning of your hard disk. And KDM, don't care about that. Network and host name, so you can enable networking and you can give a name for the system. So when you click this link, you will get this screen. So you will click this on and off button here. So your system will get a DHCP IP address. You can change the name here. Then you can click the select software selection link. So you can select which software you want to install with your Linux system. After that, so partitioning. So I will go with custom partitioning, and that is this option. I will create two partitions. Don't worry about these steps because we are going to study everything in a storage lesson, in storage class. We will learn all this process. Then you have to set the root user password. So in Linux, administrator is called root. Hello, hello
Yes, sir.
guys.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
sir,
yes,
getting.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Administrator is called administrator itself, but in Linux, administrator is called root. You can create additional users. Then after restarting your system, if you want to update your system, you can update your system also. Okay, now take the screenshots for this chapter. Somebody wanted the screenshots for previous chapter. I will show that. Don't worry. Now take the screenshot for this chapter.
Done, sir.
Taken.
Done.
Taken, sir.
Taken, sir.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Completed.
Yes, sir.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay, let us create a virtual machine. For that, you will start VMware. Okay, I am deleting this one. This is an old installation. So we'll create a new virtual machine. So file, new virtual machine. These steps are familiar to you. So typical, click next. I will install the operating system later. Click next. Linux is the operating system I want to install. I want to install CentOS 7 version 64-bit. Click next. This is the name of the system. This is
Virtual
the
machine.
directory in which this virtual machine will be created. Click next.
Store virtual as a single file.
Store as a hard disk. I will use 30 GB hard disk. I will store it as a single file. Click next. Finish. So now virtual machine is it has been created here. Now I will edit virtual machine settings. So memory I am going to use 4 GB memory. Processor 1 processor, CD DVD. So now network adapter. I am going to select bridge, replicate physical network connection state. Then CD DVD. See, I have already installed, downloaded CentOS 7 ISO image. So I will select that image file. Click open. Click OK. Now I can start the system. So system is starting. It will show you the first screen. And here you will wait for, so screen will wait for 1 minute.
Sir, I do not have SSD. I have hard disk. So this will perform smoothly. No, right?
Yes. It will perform smoothly.
One question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, like in your NAT adapter, you have selected the bridge. So, like in real time, what you have to select?
In real time, you don't have to select anything. See, if you are installing this in a real system, just install it. Don't select anything. I selected that option because I want to connect this virtual machine to the, so my laptop is connected to a network, correct? My laptop is connected to a network. I want to connect this virtual machine to the same network to which my laptop is connected. That is why I selected that option. You can go with the other option, that will also work.
Okay.
So this is the first screen you will see for language selection. So continue.
English India.
Date and time you can change. See, it is USA now. You can change that to India. And language support. I don't want additional language support. Installation source, that is CD drive. Installation network and host name. See, I want to get an IP address for this system. So 192.168.43.61. Please note down. 192.168.43.61 is the IP address. And I want to change the name of the system, lab server. So this is the name. So lab server, it has changed. Now done. See, I want to See, software selection. See, I want to use Genome Desktop and System Administration Tools selected. Partitioning. See, I don't want to use automatic partition. I will configure the partition myself. So that. So partitioning storage type. I want to use standard partition. I have 30 GB. In the 30 GB, I will use 15 GB for one file, space GB, capital letter. So that will create one partition with 15 GB, almost 15. If you give 15, you will not get 15. And see, if you want to set a virtual memory that is represented by swap partition. So 8 GB. So double the size of the RAM. So 8 GB. Click now and swap standard partition. Okay, done. Do you want to make changes to your system? Yes. Hard disk. Yes. Now you can begin installation. Now you can set the administrator password. So click on root password. So enter a password for this user. Click done. Create a user. See, I'm going to create a user called user1, and I'm going to set a password for also this user1. Done. Now my system is running, installing, everything is going on, and this will take at least 6 to 7 minutes. During that time, we can cover. Don't worry, guys. Tomorrow I will not take too many chapters, but today we will cover something more. So once you install Windows, what is the next thing you will do in a system? See, you have installed Windows in your laptop. What is the next thing you will do? You will log into the system, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Once you install Linux in a computer, Malar. Hello, Malar.
Yes, sir.
Malar. Where
Yes,
are you
sir.
from? Malar from Tamil Nadu? Are you from Tamil Nadu?
Yes, sir. I'm from Tamil Nadu.
Where in Tamil Nadu?
In Krishnagiri district.
Is it near to Tanjavur? Is it near to Salem? Which is it in south?
It's near to Salem.
Okay. So I have been to Salem. I have visited Salem, Coimbatore, Erode, Chennai, all these places.
Oh, okay,
Trichy,
sir.
Kanyakumari, Palani, Nagarkovil. I have visited so many places,
Good
but
to hear.
Krishnagiri I did not. But you
Okay,
must
okay.
change your name. That is why I called you. Okay.
I already changed, but again I logged in, so that's why I
So
didn't
logged
change.
in. So what is the problem? You can change it again. See, it is not like swimming across Atlantic Ocean, right? It's not like
No.
climbing Mount Everest. How much time it
I
will take?
forgot to change, sir. Okay.
Okay. Then Gayatri Aradi. Gayatri. Gayatri. Where are you from? Hyderabad. Ganesh Biradar. Ganesh
Changing, sir.
Biradar.
Changing.
See, here, listen very carefully. See, so this will not complete today. So we will okay, say 1,407 items should be installed. Only 400 items have been completed. So we need to wait. So once you install Linux, next thing is to log into the system, right? What is logging in? Logging out. Why do we need this logging in and logging out? See, we have studied, see, we learned that Linux is a multi-user system. So that means multiple users can log into the system and use this system. See,
Hello.
yes, I am here only. So this user will create files here. This user will also create files here. See, the files created by this user, user 1, should not be modified or deleted by user 2, right? Isn't it? Isn't it, Anumais?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Files created by user 2 should not be modified or deleted by user 1 also. So we need to protect our files and applications from other users' access. This login mechanism is a way to protect your system environment or user environment using a username and password. So password is a safeguard against your files and applications. So that is the process. So logging is a process of identifying yourself into the system, right? Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are two types of logins. First one is called console logging. What is happening in console logging? You are sitting directly in front of the system. You are sitting directly in front of the system. You will enter the console is an environment, and you will sit in front of that environment. You will enter the username and password here and log in. But in remote login, another type of login, see, you want to log into this system, but you are sitting somewhere else, and you are connected to this system through network, isn't it? Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is called remote login. And see, what is a console? Console is an environment that will show you username and password, correct? Then only you can log in, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
if you get a one username and password for prompt, only one user can log in here, right? See,
Yes, sir.
Sitish.
Yes, sir.
See, but Linux is a multi-user system, so it should show multiple username and password options, correct? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
How it will be?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how this console will show multiple username and password option? That is where we call as terminal. So terminal is a user interaction environment inside a console for multiple users to log in. These terminals are what makes Linux systems multi-user systems. Clear? So a console
sir.
can run multiple terminals, but a terminal cannot run multiple consoles. Understood the difference? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you repeat, sir?
And
Can you repeat? Could you repeat
a,
once?
see, console will run multiple terminals, so multiple users can log in, but a terminal cannot run multiple consoles. Understood?
Yes,
A
sir.
console is
Oh, yes, sir.
so you can use desktop login, you can use command line login. So login will ask you for a username and password. So in desktop login or GUI login, you will get a graphical screen. You will enter username and password. You can interact using your mouse. But in command line login, you cannot use your mouse to login. You will get a command prompt, and in Linux system, in desktop, see, once you open this desktop, you can open multiple terminals here, like a window. So you can open multiple notepad, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. In Notepad,
Yes, sir.
we
Yes,
can
sir.
open multiple. Yes, sir.
This is one notepad. This is like this. You can open multiple terminals in desktop. These are called pseudo terminal. In graphical, in CLI, In CLI, you will have only one environment. So how will you switch between? You cannot open multiple terminals, but you can switch between different terminals. How will you switch between different terminals? You will use a key combination called Control Alt, then followed by, if you press F1, you can get graphical terminal, then F2, F3 until F7 will show you different command line terminals. Okay. Take the screenshot.
Taken.
So like you said that in Linux, multiple clients can log in. So the case will be like one will be sitting on the console and one will be accessing the machine from the remote server, correct?
Yeah. All
Correct.
everyone can sit from the remote terminal. Only
Everyone. Yes.
see, if you are not an administrator, you don't need direct console access. Even administrator does not need console access.
Yes.
Once you set it up, you can.
Yes.
Once you set it, you will allow remote network access. Once you have remote network access, everyone can use network access.
Yes. Yeah, we can use that remote desktop connection feature as well, correct?
Hmm.
And so, like in Windows client also, in Windows operating system also, we can create multiple users. So in that case, can't the two users access the same machine using remote desktop? If both the machines having both the users having the account onto the system local database. In Windows client also, we can create multiple users. Sir. Sir.
I'm here. Somebody was asking a question.
Sir, I'm saying, like you said, that Linux provides the multi-user feature, correct?
Yes.
But sir, the same we can achieve on the Windows as well. Na? In Windows server or Windows operating system also, we can get multiple users.
Yes. Yes, in Windows also you can get multiple access, multiple user access.
So features is there. Feature is present in the Windows operating system as well. No?
Did I tell you that it is not available in the Windows server?
Sir, you said only Windows server.
Yes, Windows server it is only possible.
So in Windows 10 operating system also we can create.
No.
So we can create by going into user group, users and computers section.
You are saying something that you have not understood clearly. Bhaskar.
Yes, sir.
You know something about Windows 10 and you are trying to say that is possible. That is not the right thing. Okay. So you first clearly understand if it is possible there or not. And say even if it is possible, Windows 10 clients are not designed for that. You may tweak. You can send service, but what will happen? You connect to 2 or 3 users. After that, the other users will automatically get disconnected. You try this in a real-time environment and tell me this it is possible. So it is not possible. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Somebody wanted to get the notes. Hello, who wanted the first note?
कोल्ड ड्रिंक है भैया?
Provide the basic notes, sir. Yes, sir.
So who wanted the first note, first class, first lesson note?
ना ना छोटू भाई रहने दे.
So somebody missed the first notes.
Done, sir. Done, sir. Done.
Okay, this one everyone has covered this one. See, this installation will not finish now. I will restart the see, now there is nothing to do with this installation. So it will restart. So after completing this, it will restart. And when it please don't leave the class without taking attendance. Very, very important. Don't leave the class without taking attendance. So tomorrow when you come back, I will show you after restarting how the system will look like, and we will continue with the rest of the topics. Today, actually, I wanted to complete 2 more chapters, that is the desktop. So this is just for showing you what is a desktop, how the desktop will look like. It is not that very important. It's not that important. And shell, okay, tomorrow we will see shell file system, exploring files system. So the thing what you have to do is to read the chapters, today's chapters, and get familiar with the topics. Spend at least 45 minutes. Create your own notes, read the notes again and again, and if you come to the class tomorrow's class like that, you can easily understand the following topics. Otherwise, you may face it is very difficult. So you may feel like that. So that is all for today's class. So have a nice good night. Have a nice
one question, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Can you repeat the kernel explanation, sir?
That I will repeat tomorrow. Okay. Bye.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.